Друзья, check it, let's go. Ватацуми, мечты воинов подобны весенней траве. Остров Ватацуми. Отслеживать. Давайте Какоми выполним сюжеточку. Это очень... Ну, меня просто вот как я попал на этот остров с патчем 2.1, да, получается. Я вот реально... У меня просто было такое состояние под вечер. Я просто был выжат как лимон. Я уже вырубался. У меня тупо чуть ли как не сон наяву сеттинг этого острова. Как сроду галлюцинаций что-то я испытывал, реально. Этот мир русалочки, блин, вообще. Так, let's go.
This should be where Kokomi said to meet her. Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers we came by here last time we visited Watatsumi Island. That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Paimon's curious whether the things on the island must have changed a lot since then. Oh, shall we take a look around?
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal domination and crush them. Marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea. Burning their ships is the path to success.
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
Очень странные усы у типа. Очень.
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby. This explains their aggressive posture. We could split into two teams, one to draw their attention, and the other to circle around behind enemy lines and set fire to their ship. They'd have nowhere to run. Then again, Madame Kokumi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked off one by one until our whole line of defense disintegrated.
Sir, shall I send for reinforcements?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd likely be gone before our troops arrived. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move. Since we lack sufficient troops...
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave? Surely there must be another...
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost. As for where this help is supposed to come from,
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great! Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as ever. Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. We've been monitoring their movements, waiting in ambush here. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into two teams. Can we ask you to...
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever they're planning, we won't let them get away with it.
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage their ship. Let's meet back here afterward. Watch yourselves. We'll be back...
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on, let's help them get...
You'll get frostbite.
To ashes!
Shouldn't get careless.
Come on, we can do it. Let's dance.
They've set the ship on fire! An arson attack! Curse them! They leave us no choice but to attack! Comrades, let's make them regret it!
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape without you.
What's that you're holding? Is it the direct... Let Paimon see! Oh, wow! This is a whole book!
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them. I have 5 more volumes with me.
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more comprehensive than most. Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality.
Understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough, let alone...
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence. Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions like patrol, construction, and farming. Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build houses. Said they'd have to drag him away from the front line.
The spirit of the resistance is a lot. Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast. Do you know where we could find...
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. If I'm not mistaken, we should probably get going ourselves. And, also, on your way over, I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but I don't know what's causing it. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden. I don't like it one bit. I suspect...
Sounds good. Paimon was just thinking it'd be good. Ready when you are.
Wait, aren't you Captain of Sword? Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. I wasn't with Swordfish 2, but I did see you went to... Oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai and the... Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service. On edge, you say? Oh, yeah. In fairness, the battle isn't long over, and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I mean? Victory's declared, and all of a sudden... the fighting's over. The people can't just snap back into normal life. I don't know what else it could be, but what I do know is that as long as Her Excellency is with us, and all the more so now that you're back, seriously, if there's ever anything you need...
What a nice guy. Let's go ask some other people.
Peace at last. Don't I know you? I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't place you, but I'm guessing you're not with the Shogun's army. So, do you need something? Unsettled? Not that I would, necessarily. I keep to myself, mostly. We're at peace now, finally, and I, for one, intend to make the most of it. My life right now is about to... Sorry that I can't be more help to you.
Seems he's about to fall asleep. Let's leave him to...
No time to lose.
I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking. I mean, peace talks? Give me a break. Why would she agree to that?
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryou Commission. I heard they've been secretly coordinating with the Fatui and plan to continue their attack.
Wait, for real? You're sure of this?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring together firsthand.
I knew it! The Tenryou Commission are a bunch of crooks. They'll never change. Honestly, it's kind of naive for Her Excellency to take them at their word, isn't it?
Shh! Keep your voice down. Someone's coming.
Hey there! What you talking about?
Captain, you're back. Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing just now?
No, let's not mention it. He's one of her closest advisors. For all we know, the peace talks could have been his idea.
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. We should... welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain. Nothing to report here.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over if you wish, Captain.
Paimon definitely detected some hush-hush going on there. But if they aren't...
Хаш-хаш, делишечки.
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryo Commission with goods purchased on what? I knew something was off about a Tenryo Commission merchant doing business here. So, what do you have to—
I'm innocent.
Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island, let alone do business here. Take him away.
Wait! Kokomi! There you are! Something's going down over here! You should take a look, pronto!
Your Excellency! This merchant is suspected of criminal activity, so we seized him for question. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no stock in his possession. We believe it's
I haven't.
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone take a deep breath with me. In and out. Ichimura, I understand that you're concerned for the safety of— but before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, if he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he doesn't deserve to be falsely accused. Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity here.
Of course, I can explain everything. I'm a trader on the island, so naturally I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off on selling until the prices went up, but then, but then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now, you think about that. First I lose all my inventory, then I get treated like a criminal.
And why should we believe you? So what? That doesn't prove they took his goods. And even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryo Commission's hands. They're in this together.
What? The Tenryo Commission are colluding with the Fatui now? This is the first I've heard of it. I suppose it is true. What's that got to do with me?
What, the Tenryo Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already finished? We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't seem like he'd have the time to be colluding right now. But on the way over here, we accidentally on purpose overheard some soldiers—
It has been brought to my attention, yes. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryo Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to take place. Kujo-Sara and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the talks to discuss future plans in deep— But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan and the Fatui. Allegedly, if that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Even the Kamisato clan— Sir, are you quite certain that your goods were stolen?
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way. I'll bet that's where that hideout—
Very well. The potential ramifications of this incident are serious. However, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the Fatui and the Tenryo Commission, I expect you to fully comply with our investigation.
Yes, of course.
Matsuda? Uchimura?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation? Hattie, soldier. For the time being, at least, we are in peacetime. Besides, I'm sure you won't be on Watatsumi Island forever. Whatever titles we may have, we're friends first and foremost.
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent. Whatever's going on between the Fatui and the Tenryo
Whatever's
Commission,
going
we
on
need to get to the
looks
bottom of it.
pretty rock and roll to me. Let's go.
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about. From the looks of it, it used to be a hilichurl camp. Who knows?
Looks pretty heavily...
Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not a problem. The terrain here gives us an advantage, and we haven't given away our position, so our enemy is in the light while we are in the shadows. Strategically, we have the upper hand. I think we have 3 options available. Option 1. Take the king, and it's checkmate. The Fatui's presence in Inazuma is weak at present. Nothing more if we strike from above and take down their leader first. The rest of them will be hard-pressed to put up a serious fight. Option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, for example. If we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, it would deal them a they'd be caught completely off guard. Both their morale and fighting capacity. Option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid. I can gather the water vapor. You add a touch.
Wow, that's our grand strategist.
That will depend on our assessment of our own abilities. A surprise attack from the air is the quickest solution, but requires superior... With an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a protracted battle. But absolutely, if we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared for a lengthy siege. So, which is... It seems that you share my strategic sensibility. This is my preferred tactic. It places us in the let's work together to give them the surprise of their lives. The explosion was roughly the size I expected. Hopefully we've given them a fright.
By royal decree...
All you got? Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Power the Shadow Raven, let the show begin.
You haven't seen the last of us.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Excellent work.
All thanks to your genius tactics.
Actually, even the best tactics live or die on the strength of those executing them. Winning a battle takes a concerted effort from everyone involved.
Now that you mention it, Paimon did make a pretty big... Hey!
I must admit, I wasn't expecting to find the Fatui laying low in a hilichurl camp. What's their objective? Are the soldiers right? Let's scour the camp for evidence. If the merchant's story is true.
All right, time to take a look around. So these are the Fatui food supplies? They look a little past their best. Is this really a... Hey, look here! Could these belong to the merchant? There's a lot of stuff. Some of it has the Tenryou Commission emblem. Yep, this has gotta be it. Whoa! This place is chock full of bomb-making materials. This is way too dangerous. We should tell Kokomi right away and figure out the best way to deal with it. Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant's stuff! Look!
I see. Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods, all right. Food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. And he was by contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any need of these items. In all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant. Nothing quite as...
He's hardly a saint, though, right? We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him go.
Don't worry. I had already foreseen this. In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. These items will ultimately reach the people at a... If he had taken the time to read the decree, it's unlikely he ever would have ended up in this predicament.
Kokomi, you think of everything!
I wish that were true. Take this alleged collusion between the Tenryou... The low energy doesn't exactly...
Huh?
Nothing. Come on, let's take the goods back. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race against the clock to get all of this resolved before it starts.
Got it! First we mend the peace, then we attend the feast!
No time to lose.
My goods! You got them back. Huh. Thank you, Your Excellency. And thank you, Captain. You see, I told you I was innocent.
I'm not so sure. You could have easily planned the whole thing with the
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, there's nothing to... Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have left some evidence of it.
But what if...
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods. As a...
Apologies.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls don't have a clue. All brawn and no brains coming to me with your crazy...
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you, but hoarding essential goods is a crime under the temporary decree. You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforcing the sale of these goods at the accepted rates, there will also...
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, I abide by the principle of clear and consistent. Just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized. You may have been proven innocent of the more serious allegations...
Wait a minute,
Well, don't just stand there. Take him away. Time to pay up.
Шакалы, бля.
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't add up. Those of a Tenryou Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the shrine paraphernalia to me. As for the rest, I'll leave you to sift through. I know, that's a lot to...
Not at all, Your Excellency. We're on it. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case, but our people know what they saw. Something is going on between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui. I know the peace talks are coming up, so...
I understand your concern. I'll be sure to give it... I'm going to take these items back to the Sangonomiya... Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you. a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine. You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangonomiya. It was close to the statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the shogun's existence, despite not venerating her as the shogunate do. But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have...
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy schedule? Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear. You need to take better care of yourself, okay? All...
Thanks for your concern, but I'm fine.
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this time fighting the Shogun's army, if we reconcile with them, the god who once protected us will have...
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides, the fighting is barely over. We should be grateful to...
I know, it's just... we should remain strong.
I appreciate your concerns. I will consider the options carefully, and be sure to proceed.
Wonderful. We're all counting on...
Oh, Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you at a place... do you know? My daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sangonomiya, I'll be... I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellency direct... I mean, just look at Her Excellency, still so young, but so mature and intelligent.
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look out for her.
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year.
Oh, Your Excellency, isn't this the captain of Swordfish too?
Your Excellency!
Please, remain calm, everyone. Though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to the shrine. Then I can respond to each one as and when Are you alright? This kind of thing is water off a duck's back for you.
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial items. I'm beginning...
Oh! We retrieved those already.
Really? That's fantastic. You never cease to amaze us, Your Excellency. I sorted through all the petitions received recently and placed them on your desk. Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meeting today.
That's today?
Yes, the two young ladies have arrived safely.
I see. Oh, let's rendezvous tomorrow at the entrance to Sangonomiya Shrine. And then we'll go and make preparations for the victory feast.
Yay! The victory feast! Just to be clear, we're talking lots of delicious food, right?
That's the name of the game. There'll be some Watatsumi Island special.
Great! See you tomorrow then!
Экспа, так, 10-12 утра. 10, полвторого, 2, 12, полвторого. Друзья, секундочку, залью чай. Let's go.
Huh. Kokomi isn't here yet. That's weird. She doesn't seem like the type to show up. How is she still not here? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. I don't know where she...
So strange.
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, Her Excellency has made special provision... let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my whereabouts be unknown, direct them to proceed southward until they arrive at a tree with purple foliage. The footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before disappearing. And as far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes. I keep this directive on me at all times.
Kokomi really does think of everything. All right, let's find the place she... Are you sure this is the right place? It feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere. Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in over there. Let's take a look.
Let's take a look. Так, подожди, там что, внизу вход или не внизу, или что, или как? Нет.
Нет.
Ага. Ой. Strange.
Kokomi! So this is where you ran off to. We were gonna meet up and get things ready for the victory feast today. What?
It's you. I apologize. I'm not feeling my usual self today.
То есть у нас есть, получается, Ганью, Джин и Кокоми. Максимально такие работоголичные, уставшие, бедные девушки.
You got sick? We'll go find a doctor right away!
No. It's nothing like that.
You run on energy? You mean you're like a ruin guard?
No, it's just a figure of speech. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I can't You noticed? I guess I haven't quite mastered the ability to hide how I'm feeling. To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read up on constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale, having to read between the lines, making sure everyone gets the recognition they deserve. You're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful, just from being in your presence, while also commanding their respect. It doesn't come but because of my bloodline. I was always going to end up being the Divine Priestess, sooner or later. Like it or not, it's just the way it is. So, whenever I feel overwhelmed, I come here to just lose myself. Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I handed over preparations for the victory feast to someone else. I have to make a speech tonight, and I mustn't give the troops any reason to suspect that something could be wrong. This peace was hard won.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. If only there was some way I could listen to... I was reading a book last time I was here, but... I only got about half...
We'll find it for you, and then we'll read it out to you, to help you...
You do that for me? I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Ну, прикольный перс Какоми в плане, что она как вот для сюжетки очень интересная личность. Крутить я ее не буду, потому что я соблюдаю каноны Gay Shit Impact. Кручу только типов. Но как бы да. Ну, меня просто механики в основном интересуют. Я ни за кем не симпую, ничего.
So does Kokomi make time to deal with these even when she's resting? Sangonomiya Events Cash Flow Statement. Consolidated Annual Report on Fishing Production. This is a lot of work for one person. And it's on top of all the directives she has to write and the people she has to meet day to day. Let's track down that book.
Where is the book?
Hey, look! Could this be the book she wanted?
Что? Это надо прочитать? -4. Сегодня дошли. Ага. Интересно, конечно.
Swordfish Captain came back today. Energy +4.
That's just, Give it here!
Guess that was the wrong one. Let's keep looking.
Так, подожди. Тайная база Какоми. О.
It's gotta be this one, right? Look, there's even a bookmark. None of the other books have one, so she must have finished reading those already. Ooh, it's pretty dense. Paimon doesn't understand. Well, let's take it over and read it. Kokomi, is this the book you wanted?
I'm not sure, actually. Could you read a bit out loud? Yes, that's the one. Thank you.
Kokomi? Kokomi! Oh no, she's fallen asleep. What are we gonna do? Tonight's the victory feast. Not to mention that the peace talks are just around the corner. She's got so much to do. You sure that's a good idea? She does look pretty exhausted. Guess there's still some time to go too. Alright, let's keep her company.
Avoid disaster. Protect peace at all costs. The war's over. Did you see? can't believe it got so late. I haven't slept that peacefully in so long. That's gotta be 3 whole energy points right there. Should be enough to see me through the peace top, thank you. Well, we better get ourselves over there. It's nearly time to let—
Woohoo! Kokomi's back to full energy! Good to have—
No time to lose.
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give a quick speech before the festivities begin.
Oh, how much energy will that take? Do you think you've got enough?
Don't worry, I've got plenty. Thanks to you two, I recovered more quickly than usual.
That's great! We'll be rooting for you.
Welcome, everyone. Today is the day that we celebrate our victory. Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and we finally saw the abolition of the None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryou Committee. Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout. Truly, it is only through those efforts that this feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. I hope all of you get to relax. Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. I'm so glad it's all good. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. Could I ask you to go around and see what information— I still have no further leads regarding the issue of potential collusion, and I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow's peak.
Okay, sure. Woo.
Watatsumi Island is finally at peace, and it's all thanks to Her Excellency.
Choose your destiny.
Recently, let me think. Well, the biggest thing for us is that we can finally get back out on the ocean to fish. During the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do with what little fish. When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. The poor kids were crying all day and night, but there was just— We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long, trying to keep it together. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank you for your service. Here, have a fish. It's freshly caught. So
Oh, no. We couldn't—
come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably still be going to bed hungry tonight. Her Excellency always teaches us.
Okay, well, thanks.
Hey there! Care for some fruit and vegetables? Nature's remedy when you overdo the barbecue. Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui? I've heard It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had the same feeling. He's been acting strange these days. Always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing to do. He scared the heck out of me a few times. It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to an end. Yeah, I really hope we don't go making any more trouble for ourselves. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information. If you still have questions...
Sounds promising.
Он точно знает, да. Посмотрим, что там такое с ним.
This guy smells of booze.
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. Captain of Swordfish too, right?
You actually came back. I thought you'd abandoned the platoon and...
Nuh-uh! We would never run from a fight!
Is that so? All anyone talks about these days is peace and stability. Do you remember what the most important thing is to the Resistance? You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. Time to see if you truly are a bona fide. I'll answer your questions, but only if you can beat me.
Ugh, this guy. Would it kill him to just have a normal conversation? What do you think? Are we gonna do this?
We'll see about that.
See about that. Aha, aha.
Take this! Thunderclap!
Youch.
You're a strong fighter. No wonder Her Excellency chose you. You really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand us. Captain, comrade. We made it up. The story about the Tenryo Commission colluding with the...
What? Poor Kokomi's been worried sick! You're telling us what the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into war with the Tenryo Commission!
Yes, that's exactly what we're hoping to achieve. Peace talks? Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That's why the future of what's to stop the Tenryo Commission from stabbing us in the back, and what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another Vision Hunt decree. We are the Resistance. Everything hinges on our warrior's will. We can't trust the Tenryo Commission or the Raiden Shogun. But we can't. Surely you agree with that.
His point does kinda make sense, but something about it doesn't feel right to Paimon. Yeah, everything you said just now is... Are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin the peace everyone's worked so hard for? All because of some...
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above all of this. For the sake of victory, we embodied the warrior's will to the fullest. You understand? We were all in. Now they're suddenly trying to tell us that you'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person. But how can I? How can I when every time I close my eyes, I see the faces, every time I see them there in my mind's eye, remind me that I can never forgive the Tenryo Commission and never forgive the Vision Hunt decree. I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and tell Sango Nomiya if you want.
Too late? What are you... Darn. Doesn't seem like he's gonna answer that one. What are we gonna do? This is really serious. We need...
Траккомию. Их надо околдовать медузой, чтобы они успокоились.
Few things. The whole thing about the Tenryo Commission colluding with they wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could carry on fighting the war. And they said it's...
I see. I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I perceive... I think I understand what Kozin means when he says it's... The talks don't begin until tomorrow. But both sides have already sent their guards to the location. They are responsible. I highly suspect that one of Kozin's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent to reignite hostilities tomorrow during the negotiation.
Well, that's no good. Do you want us to head over there now and switch out the guard?
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of... It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack the Tenryo Commission's guards and we'd be in danger. Not to mention... We have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot. If we change the guard in haste, we face the issue of not knowing who...
Sounds like a really tricky situation.
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Whatever happens, I will find a way to ensure they do not... Let's meet here again tomorrow.
Что следующий? 5, 10, 12.
I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale, no doubt.
Well, the peace talks are here. Take this. These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are complex, to be sure. But I thought about it carefully and realized there are no more than one. I took the liberty of writing them all down. This way, you will be able to adapt with speed.
Whoa, this is huge! Let's see. Fierce dispute, violent escalation, armed revolt, coordinated attack, seize hostages. Wow, there are so many! But you've thought of a solution to—
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are quite exceptional. It is a major step forward, both for what— but any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our negotiating position. We will have to work all as the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island. This responsibility is, of course, excellent. Okay, time to head. It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last time we met was—
Yes. Where you dealt my forces quite the devastating blow. But before we go any further, what are you doing here?
That's right. He's here to bear witness to the proceed. He experienced the war between us firsthand, and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today. I couldn't think of a—
Seems reasonable. Then let's get straight into it. The first item is the maritime administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for Watatsumi vessels in Narukami waters. We intend to remove these restrictions, but going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accordance with Narukami legislation in order to bring their catch back to Watatsumi.
That's fine, but if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection from the Tenryou Commission while in your waters. Any losses they sustain due to issues of public security will need to be compensated by the Tenryou Commission.
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty. I can assure you that your vessels will be quite safe in our hands.
Negotiations seem to be going pretty smoothly.
The next item has to do with the movement of people and military authority. In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi. Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Few merchants are now willing. Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council to oversee trade between our two islands.
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed. We cannot give the Yashiro Commission full—
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission organize everything centrally would work in your favor.
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade links with other areas, we are capable of sourcing everything we need. Not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit of the Tenryou Commission.
Let's leave that aside for now then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come back under the jurisdiction.
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term, at least.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for Inazuma's national security.
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you already. You just want to take everything away from us. Comrades, never trust the Kujo. Let's get them!
Protect Madame Kujo!
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73? Which one is it?
Что происходит?
Kokomi! Which scenario number is this in the direct—
The last one, but hold off for the moment. Stand down, Tadakatsu. Situation has changed. Please stand by for further or rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns, but I will deal with the situation, Madame Kujo. This is rather serious. I believe you owe Watatsumi Island an
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished investigating. You two, here, now! Speak! Collusion with the Fatui? Is this true?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion, as
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential cooperation to keep the war against... At the time, I felt like we could give it a try. After all, there'd be nothing to lose.
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island and stirring things up a little. Then we'd see how it went. With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation. How anyone from...
That's enough. When we return, there will be consequences. Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? Have you completely forgotten what you should be having no interaction with them whatsoever, let alone enter... So, what...
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seemed like they wanted to settle a score for their boss.
Oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to keep Inazuma in a state. One day, I will hunt them down. We bear responsibility for this issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs.
But of course, Madame Kujo. For the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou Commission's ranks. I would therefore not feel comfortable releasing Watatsumi Island's forces in—
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now. But we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryou Commission has... As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have ample participation in the final arrangement.
Seems like Kujo Sara's on the defensive now. These negotiate...
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. Settling our differences on the battle, I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will conduct a thorough investigation.
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, they will attempt to re-establish. I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear. Wait for them to come to you.
I will bear this in mind. Thank you. I shall take my leave now. Until we meet again.
Your Excellency, we...
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Your Excellency, you knew?
I have already been informed on the reasons for your actions. You believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace talks. Unfortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yet, this was purely incidental.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. If we stop now, I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory. Even if it means I have to pay.
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the consequences. During the war, there were highs and there were lows, and in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, perhaps the experience was one of, but you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most people suffer. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water, and don't need you drag-
But...
I understand, I do. And the fault is not yours alone. It was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will. But...
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. It was out either way. We are ready to accept sentencing under martial law.
Very well. Then I hereby declare... that as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division will be responsible for keeping Watatsumi Island safe and secure. You and your comrades will all be welcome to join. But be warned, the training will be grueling. Perseverance and grit will be in high demand.
Your Excellency, what are you saying?
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. Many seek peace, but there are still those who pursue war. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive capacity. Those whose warrior's will is alive and well, I invite you to embark on. I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at a time.
Thank you. You're...
All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro. And remember, there can be no more insubordinate, and if there is, there will be no more leniency from me, whatever reasons you may have.
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will focus on our training. Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency. We'll report to General Goro right away.
I can feel my energy levels starting to drop.
Ой-ой-ой.
Thank you for everything. With your help, peace has been restored on Watatsu. Recovering. Slowly. Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations with lots of people. I've improved, but I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations next time. Do you think so? To be honest, I'm still a long way off what's in the past. I was concerned only with winning the war, but I realize now that wasn't going far enough. I have a long way to go. But that's okay. If I can't make the journey in one giant leap, in short, I've still got some maturing to do. Could you stay here on Watatsumi Island? To keep me company for a while longer?
Да. Такие дела, друзья. Не, ну прикольно. Мне в этот Суми вообще прет очень. Локация. Интересно, что будет в 2.2 именно. Что там за последний остров. Так что let's go.